Okay, looks like we're being evacuated. We've just had a neighbour phone and they've told us that there is a bushfire in the park. So we're connecting up the van and the Ranger and we're getting out of here. Well, at this stage we don't really know what's going on. Our neighbour that called us, that told us that they were evacuating, has just been told by her husband she might as well go home. Sorry about the dull light. The wind is blowing from this direction and there is a lot of cloud and we can smell smoke. There is definitely smoke in the air, but of course there are a lot of bushfires and the smoke carries. Nothing's come through on the app. Nothing's come through to tell us that there's a problem in the park. But we've heard it from a ranger that knows our neighbour, who's told him to leave. And he now can't get hold of that ranger. So I don't know quite. We're gonna leave the van hitched, and it looks like we're staying up for the night and keeping a close eye on the app. I don't know. We just don't know what to do for the right thing. Because we don't know what direction or where this fire is, because we've got no information on this app at all. So there's a problem for you. So do we sit tight until we hear it on the app? Okay. Well, the van's hitched. I think Tanya's mum's on her way back. The gas is on the van, so the fridge is running. Okay. Smells very smoky out here, but for now we're sitting tight. Sorry about the light, guys, but it is 9:05 at night. So I'm going to get my laptop back out of the van. We've got the van parked, blocking the driveway entirely. So some light. Tanya's going to stay. She's going to stay up. So unfortunately we're in a position where if we're not leaving, we've got, I mean, it's frustrating because nothing's come through on the app. We're just going on advice. We're just going on advice from our neighbour, who's personally a friend of one of the rangers. And the ranger called him and told him he should leave because there's a fire in the park. Now since then, that neighbour has called us and told us she's returning. She's spoken to her husband, who's coming from, let's get back into the light, who's coming from Bacchus Marsh, and he's basically said he can't see any signs of fire on the ranges, and you can see a fair chunk of the ranges from on the road from Bacchus Marsh, and he's told her to go back home. But it's definitely it definitely smells smoky, but then there's fires everywhere. So anyway, they've gone back home. I'm going to try and get some sleep. And hopefully if something kicks off we'll hear about it. Good morning, guys and girls. Morning, everyone. Well, we didn't end up evacuating in the end. The Looks like the fire was a false alarm. There was no fire in the park. So I'm just going to the van now to get my work gear out. Because I've got to head off to work. We're leaving the van connected. Okay, I've popped back out into the van with my big bunch of keys. Just to get my workwear, my work boots. So yesterday's report of a fire in the park turned out to be false. The smoke that we were getting in the park was actually from a grass fire in Durrell, and Durrell was about 40 k's from us. So yeah, we didn't end up needing to evacuate in the end, but I left the caravan in the driveway. So showing you from here, obviously there is a fair bit of smoke and haze in the distance, and then obviously we've left the caravan attached just there because the risk isn't over yet. We did bring the vehicles down into the paddock because, of course, if the vehicles go up in flames and they're parked near the house is going to go as well. So obviously it's all part of your fire evacuation plan to get things away. You know, vehicles are easily replaced, the house not quite so much. Anyway, so what I've got to do, I'm off to work now. So I can't get out the normal way because the drive is blocked. I got all the keys. I'm going to get back up to the house, deposit these keys, and then I've got to drive the car out the long way around the property to get out. But I guess it's interesting to have filmed this for you guys so that you can see, you know, it was quite a panic last night because the smoke, I mean, I can still smell smoke now. But I guess what it proves is it's good if you're living in a community like a smaller rural community. It is very important to make friends with people in the area and share numbers, because we were getting phone calls from all of our neighbours updating us on what they knew. The first call that we had was from our neighbour next door that was told there was a fire in the park and to get out, that his wife was leaving and she got out. My mother-in-law stayed the night down in Balyang in a camper. She took her camper down there and stayed the night there. So I just got to drop the keys back in, and we hitched up and we were ready to get going. I guess it just highlighted that our evacuation plan wasn't as good as it should have been. It took us too long. And I've already spoken to Tanya about working on that. The next call that we had was from our neighbour saying she was spoken to her husband. He's driving towards the area from Bacchus Marsh, can see the ranges, can't see any evidence of any fires, and told her to go back home again. There was nothing on the app. So then we were back home again and we were waiting for news. We were sitting up, couldn't sleep because obviously you don't know what's going on. And then eventually we got another message or phone call from our neighbour from the bottom of the hill, and she let us know her husband is a retired policeman, that there's nothing to worry about, get back, you can go home, and that the problem was a smoke from a grass fire in Durrell. So yeah, all's well that ends well. We ended up getting a night's sleep. Anyway, I'm off to work now. Catch you on the next one.